What is up, guys? Dirk here with an update on the dollar index, the DXY specifically, because this chart in particular is very much responsible for what is happening in crypto and in the stock market and the US dollar pairings. So let's dive straight in. The dollar index is obviously a basket of currencies measured against the US dollar. So basically, it's a pairing that shows the strength of the US dollar versus those other different currencies. And one thing also that's important to note here is that even though it may appear that the US dollar is getting stronger or weaker, it's only doing that in relation to obviously that basket of other currencies. So what we know over here is that there is pretty much a direct inverse correlation, at least the last several years, between the direction of the US dollar index and the other risk assets. So bringing this up over here, you can see, I just want to point this out to you once again. In the dollar index, once, and over here, this is a daily chart, we can change it to weekly too, but daily is fine. You can see the direction. If this is in a multi-month downtrend on the higher time frame, so daily plus, you can see that this is when we had our entire bull market in 2017, right? Started at the beginning of 2017 and it peaked pretty much exactly then in January of 2018. The dollar index reversed, started going back up for a period of 2 years, and then we had our bear market. Okay, same thing happened again. So that wasn't just a one-time thing. In 2020, you can see we had this multi-month downwards trend, and you can see starting from about here, March 2020, remember that's when we had our global market flash crash. After that, the dollar index started trending down, and what started happening to risk assets and crypto? Yes, we had our bull market, and you can see over here, this actually ended up bottoming over here in May of 2021. And while Bitcoin itself did have a slightly higher high in November, if you actually go and look back on the crypto charts, on the altcoin charts, most of them ended up peaking when the dollar index bottomed around May of 2021. And no surprise here in 2022, we had a massive rally in the dollar index, and that is when we had a massive correction and a bear market in crypto. We also had a correction in the stock markets, and so on and so forth. Now, look again, when this peaked, right? You can draw this line over here in about September, and when it started rolling over, you can see over here, in about November. And from about January of this year, so towards the end of 2022 also, November 2022, that's the FTX collapse, pretty much exactly the inverse again. And as it started trending down again from the beginning of this year, that is obviously when we had a rally from Bitcoin where it went from the lows of about $15,000 to just over $30,000. And again, no surprise, since about the middle of July, so for the past 2 months, just over 2 months, the dollar index has been trending higher, and we have seen crypto go lower. We're seeing the stock markets go lower. We're seeing euro, US dollar, and the US dollar pairs and forex go lower. So it's still very much an inverse correlation. When the dollar index goes up, risk assets go down. So now it is going to be very much a question that we are going to need to see a reversal, and we need to see the dollar index continue lower for us to have a major bull market once again, or continuation in the bullish trend in crypto and stock markets and so on and so forth. Okay, so for now, what do we see here technically? Okay, first of all, we can always draw the Fibonacci retracement with the golden pocket and 0.70. You can see also there's this kind of inefficiency here, this fair value gap that we have over here. And also what we have at the same time is we have this high over here, right? That could be a potential target. You can see it's taken out all the previous highs so far. It's taken out this one. It's even taken out this one just marginally. So maybe the target here is going to be somewhere in this zone over here. Okay, so I don't know what it does here. Maybe it pulls back, maybe it continues higher, and then if it can reverse and continue lower, that is what we're looking for ideally. So that potentially brings us to a situation where we could still be seeing some more downside in the markets, right? In the crypto markets, if we do see a continuation here with dollar index to somewhere between 107 and 110, then obviously it's likely that based on this inverse correlation, we're likely to see downside pressure in crypto, in the stock markets, and in those US dollar forex pairs. Now, we have to wait and see what is going to happen. Of course, if we get to this level, look for rejections here. That would be the ideal situation, and then a continuation down, which would give us pretty much our bull market in 2024, or a continuation of the bullish trend, which I still think is very much a possibility, since rate cuts are only projected somewhere towards the end of 2024, and ideally a global market crash like in 2000 or 2008 only comes after they cut rates, which gives us potentially about a year for this scenario to play out. If we do get this scenario, we have the Bitcoin halving in April that also helps up with that situation. We have potential BTC Bitcoin ETFs that could get approved and that are actually likely to get approved percentage-wise. It's over 50% that they're saying, actually closer to 80% of approval of Bitcoin ETF within the next, hopefully within the next 3 to 6 months. So all those things could potentially be working in our favor, but this could mean some more downside here first, initially over the next couple of weeks, maybe for the rest of this year. If we do peak here and continue and have this scenario play out, this would be ideal. And then we have to see how this continues to play out. Obviously, if this is going to reverse at some point, I don't know where, if it's going to bottom somewhere here and then continue higher. If this plays out like this would obviously then very likely be the peak of the bull market or the bullish trend. And if we get this and we had a nice run in risk assets and in crypto for most of 2024, and it does look like it's going to bottom, then we'd have to look at that. But that's still far away. First, what we need to see is do we get up into this zone over here, and then do we reject? And if we get this downtrend following that, that is going to be what we're looking for the bullish trend in crypto, and hopefully for our next major bull cycle. So if you like this video, smash the like button, leave a comment down below. What do you think about this analysis? What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on a bull market in 2024? Let us know in the comments. Share this with anyone who is going to be able to benefit from this or who finds this interesting, and I will see you in the next video.